live and local, with coverage you can count on. This is WNAM TV 5 News at 6.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency was in Midland today responding to the catastrophic flooding in mid-Michigan. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jamie Sherrod. U.S. Senators Gary Peters, Debbie Stabenow, and Congressman John Molinar also came out. FEMA says damage assessment will be done virtually in conjunction with the aerial video from the state police, adding no stone will be left unturned.
Assessment in any community, in any disaster, and even let's look at pre-COVID, of course, where you're used to seeing the FEMA teams. We're coming to validate assessments that have already taken place at the county or the local and the state level.
He also said the Environmental Protection Agency is on the ground in affected areas, surveying possible contaminated floodwaters. The senators then switched focus to say the privately owned dam was failing for a number of years and was able to continue to fail without action.
This owner slow-walked and fought federal regulators, stonewalled for years, as well as for this day, as well as the community who came together to fix it. The community was right on the edge, as you know. It has worked so hard to try to fix this. And so I think that's very important to realize. This privately owned dam could have been addressed before if the owner had stepped up to do it when he was being told that there were problems for years.
Senator Peters said the failures were likely preventable, and as time goes forward, we need to focus on the long term for future disasters.
We had dams that were clearly weakened. Folks knew that they could give in a very severe storm. We're now entering a period of human history where we're going to see, with climate change, we're going to see severe storms more regularly. We're going to see the magnitude of those storms increase as well. And we need to be prepared. So as the rebuilding process goes forward, we have to make sure we're rebuilding for resiliency, not just replacement.
He added there needs to be more transparency for the people who live near them, saying the companies that own the dams must be responsible for keeping them up to standard.
That increasing numbers of dams and other infrastructure in Michigan and across the country are falling into disrepair, and we need to start fixing them. We need to start prioritizing those dams and structures that need immediate action.
The lawmakers also commented on the community effort, saying without their quick response, the devastation would have been worse.
But people also pitching in, helping one another, neighbors helping neighbor, and there's resilience and strength. And we just spoke to the superintendent of Meridian Schools, and he presented a tremendous optimistic look for the future. And so I want to join with that spirit of optimism that we're going to come back from this, but we can't do it alone.
Attorney General Dana Nessel says the owner of the Edenville Dam was already facing a lawsuit, which is seeking damages from an illegal draining of Wixom Lake in the winters of 2018 and 2019. TV5's Jonathan Jackson sat down for a one-on-one with AG Nessel for the details on the new lawsuit against the dam's owner.
Over 2 weeks before the Edenville Dam's failure caused massive flooding throughout Midland County, Michigan's Attorney General says she filed a lawsuit against the dam's owner, Boise Hydro. And she says it was because of damage that the dam caused to Wixom Lake's ecosystem.
Boise Hydro and those that operate and own Boise Hydro have conducted massive malfeasance over the course of not just months, not just years, but decades.
Nessel says the lawsuit, filed on behalf of the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy and the DNR, never sought to raise water levels, but instead seek damages for what she says was past illegal lowering of the lake, which allegedly led to the killing of freshwater mussels, listed as an endangered species. Nessel also says the state did not set the water level for Wixom Lake, but that it was established by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. However, the commission chose to revoke Boise Hydro's license in 2018 due to non-compliance issues.
The operations of this facility, which had been up until that point for many years supervised federally, it's going to cause problems, and that's what we've seen in this set of circumstances. But the state had nothing to do with these operations, had nothing to do with the failure that we saw this past week that ultimately caused the dam to breach.
Nessel says the state has tried to work with Boise Hydro in order to get them to comply with various orders. but she says they ran into the same issues the federal government had. And now she says she's working to bring those responsible for the dam's failure to justice.
I can tell you that Eagle is doing everything they can and has done everything they can to hold these bad actors accountable, and they're going to continue to do so. And the governor and I are going to fight for the very same thing.
In Midland, Jonathan Jackson, WNEM TV5.
Well, TV5 has reached out repeatedly to Boyce Hydro for comment, but so far we have not heard back. Residents in Midland County are being urged to stay away from the lakes and dams due to safety concerns. The warning applies to Wixom and Sanford Lakes and the Edenville and Sanford dams. County officials say rapid changes in water levels and flow have created significant amounts of erosion at the dams and lakes, making it unsafe for residents to access them. Again, you're urged to not walk on lake beds, dams, riverbanks, or any areas near these bodies of waters. The conditions are said to be potentially life-threatening. The massive cleanup operation continues across mid-Michigan after the devastating floods. In the village of Sanford, another hard-hit area, volunteers filled the streets, spending their weekend clearing debris any way they can. TV5's Ashlyn Hill reports from Sanford during what's typically a busy time for the lakefront community.
Typically, Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start to summer, especially here in Sanford, right along the lake. This year, though, was looking quite different than any other before. The street here lined with volunteers, families, friends, you name it. The community is out here in full force, trying to clean up and pick up the pieces.
I've owned the place for almost 5 years. I've worked here 16 years, so it's hard thought to try to start over.
Ryan Such is the business owner at Lanny's Restaurant. He says he's not sure what the future holds for the hometown staple, but there is one thing he is sure of, and that's a helpful community.
I put out on Facebook yesterday that I was going to start to clean up, and people were coming. I don't even know these people. They're like, I'll be there to help you. All these people in the yellow shirts just decided to organize and come down and help today.
Kevin Ayotte agrees. He's the owner of Red Oak Restaurant and says he's never seen anything like this before.
We've been here 47 years, and never had a drop of water in here, so it's kind of sad that something like this had to happen. It's 7 foot of water went in and out in a matter of, hours, I guess, but just gutting it out. We've got a lot of help from the community and friends, and it's really something.
Both owners tell me it's been amazing to see people from all over the region come out and support our small town. They even found this tattered American flag, draping it over the door just to commemorate what is happening here this weekend and to show they're not giving up without a fight. In Sanford, Ashlyn Hill, WNEM TV5.
Well, a calm and warm day as we take a live look over mid-Michigan. But as the night goes on, some areas will have a chance for showers. Tracking our forecast is meteorologist Kylie Miller. She joins us from home. Hi there, Kylie.
Jamie, that is right. We're going to be tracking some rain showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms tonight and then throughout the day tomorrow. And we still have some flood concerns out there. The good news is the rain showers that are coming our way should remain fairly light, so we shouldn't be seeing too many problems adding to the flood concerns already out there. But here's a look at the flood alerts. As you can see, Gladwin County region-wide under that flood warning. We also have that flood warning still in place for the Saginaw River. The good news is for the Saginaw River, it is decreasing. Last I checked, we were at 20.6 feet. Here's the big picture on the First 1.5 Sky Tracker. As you can see, for today, we had varying clouds, rain showers off towards our west. Eventually, some of this rain will be moving on in as we go through the overnight period and throughout the day tomorrow. But temperatures across the region have been fairly mild. Right now, temperatures across the region are mainly in the 70s. So we are talking about that warm air mass in place. I'll break down the rest of your weekend forecast for you coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Kylie. More local news now. Flood relief supplies passed out in Midland today. Cars lined up outside North Point Ministries Church of God for free cleaning supplies donated by an out-of-state nonprofit crisis response team.
We are being helped by the people of God's Pit Crew out of Danville, Virginia. And they have come just out of the goodness of their heart, no charge, and they take food and supplies all over the nation.
On Thursday, the church and God's Pit Crew hosted a food giveaway for residents affected by the floods. Well, coronavirus cases rose across the country once again, including here in Michigan. A look at the numbers as the country celebrates Memorial Day, still ahead. Plus, a heinous crime in Florida that left a 9-year-old boy dead and his mother charged with murder. The details next.